Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Firelink Podcast, episode number 95 for Thursday, January 15th, 2026. Marty Sleever here, joined by Nick Calandra, Casey Wosu, and producer Eric. And we had kind of a sliding doors moment this morning because I was like, you know what? I bet this Resident Evil showcase is going to be great. So we can put Leon on the thumbnail. We'll get it up there. There'll be a ton to talk about. And it turns out there is stuff to talk about, but it's just not the stuff I thought we'd be talking about. Mostly it's going to be Casey and I think, arguing about Porsches. Which I'm excited for. But we'll be talking about the Resident Evil showcase that just happened an hour or two ago, as well as a few other topics, including the news that Amazon's God of War series has found their Kratos, and then, of course, even more layoffs spread across all corners of the industry that we will touch on because everything is terrible. How are you guys doing?
And continues to be so.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be
despite
despite everything going on around me. At least inside the house is fine. Everything here is fine. How are you guys doing?
First 15 days of the year have been the most adult feeling days of my adult life so far.
Most adult feeling days. What do you mean by
that? Getting my taxes sorted, getting I got a bank account open to move my taxes to. I had to it turns out when your former employer steals all your email accounts, it's very hard to get into your 401ks. So I spent my morning figuring that out today to get my retirement funds so that I can move them somewhere else.
Good news, none of us are gonna be able to retire. We're just gonna work until we die.
That's true. I keep telling my parents that, like, you need to put retirement away. It's like, Mom, I'm
work until I die.
No.
Yeah. Just fully prepared for that. Yeah, it's great.
And then I woke up this morning to an alert on my phone that my furnace wasn't working. I was like, oh, fuck. And then
your phone told you that? Didn't, like, the cold house tell you that?
Well, I have a smart thermostat that said, hey, the furnace has been trying to heat your house and ain't heating it. I was like, oh, shit.
Doesn't sound that smart.
That's smarter than I would have assumed. A thermostat
Me too.
That. It's so smart. It's like, hey, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Get down here.
It's so smart. It knows how to, like, push the blame and be like, I don't know what's going on. It was the furnace's fault. Listen, don't shoot the messenger.
I need a human, please.
So today was figuring out retirement funds, figuring out my furnace problems, groceries, going to the gym, and now I am on the podcast, and I don't know what we're talking about today.
Yeah, congrats. I'm proud of you.
To adulthood.
It's always good to.
I don't even have a video game to talk about today.
Moderately adult things. I'm sure we've been playing. We got something we'll talk about at the end. So great to see everyone in YouTube now. Folks watching live, members of the Green Gang, good to see you all. Anyone listening over on Spotify or your podcast service of choices, welcome on. Let's start off with a little bit. We'll start with the positive news before we go to negative town. And this is, hopefully positive, is that Amazon and Sony have found their Kratos for the upcoming God of War series. And it is someone who has been linked to the God of War franchise before. This is Ryan Hurst, who you may know in live action from Sons of Anarchy, but also he played Thor in God of War Ragnarok, the game. So
wait, he's like the main dude in Sons of Anarchy, or he's just a dude?
No, he's a dude. I do not think he's
one of the.
I've never watched Sons of Anarchy, so I also don't.
He's not the main. He's not the main dude, but he's the main dude's best friend.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's close to the main dude.
I think the main dude's Charlie Hunnam. Is that right?
Yeah, Charlie.
Yep. Sounds right, but I don't know.
Because that guy's like in movies. That guy's like
Sons of Anarchy.
I know his name, whereas I didn't know this guy. But look at him. He looks like Kratos. Which
the announcement picture that they showed, like, he had a full head of hair, but like you could see it. Like, if you shave that man, he looks a lot like Kratos.
Yeah, in this Deadline article I linked in the chat, if you click on it, it has their kind of he's even got a side profile face, and it looks like got the beard and everything. Throw some ash on him or not. Maybe the ash will look dumb on the show. Maybe we shouldn't do it. Yeah, I mean, we know the show is going to be God of War 2018. It's going to be about Kratos and Atreus. I would imagine there will be flashbacks to. I think we will see some original God of War stuff or some.
Do you want to? Would you like to see like the new version with flashbacks of the old version?
I can tell. I can guess why they're only doing the Norse sequels because
the other game doesn't have a story. It's just an angry guy running and killing things.
That they
I
would
would-
also
I would
need
argue that
so much
gives you
CGI.
more- Maybe, but I would argue that gives you like more fertile ground. Like you could tell that story and make it make.
Yeah, but then it would piss
sense.
everybody off, and we'd have
Sure.
to listen to that.
But every story has to be about a parent taking care of a kid. That's what every story ever has to be about.
Yeah, and that first one is about a parent murdering his child. So maybe, maybe
Oh,
let's not
baby.
do that one.
Oh no, I was
Accident.
bad.
On accident.
Yeah, Ronald D. Moore, who's known for All Mankind and the modern Battlestar Galactica, is going to be writing and showrunning the show. So it's in good hands of someone who's done a lot of genre TV. Outlander, which is like a show I think about like time traveling horniness. It's like a time traveling show that's also about horny people, and people seem to like that. So all those things sound good. Yeah, this obviously the other casting, I imagine that's coming out. I'll be interested to see like if they do Balder, if they cast Jeremy Davis, who played Balder in the game and who is an actor who shows up in stuff like Lost and Saving Private Ryan, and
what if they just remix everything? Like they made Thor be Kratos. What if they made Kratos be Thor?
Some people were angry that Christopher Judge is not playing Kratos, and I'm like, this man is like 60 and talked about how he had to have a bunch of surgery on his knees and stuff. Like,
yeah,
I don't think this isn't one of those like, is this kind of like Nintendo switching out Charles Martinet for some young guy for Mario had a little bit of like, what's going on here kind of thing. But this to me just like makes sense. Like it's the people who are still like Nathan Fillion should play Nathan Drake. And it's like, he's a member of AARP. No, he shouldn't. Like, Nathan Fillion is great, but he doesn't need to play Nathan Drake. That being said, Tom Holland also probably wasn't the right choice for that, but that's fine.
They went maybe a little too young, perhaps.
Yeah, you need your mom bear that right in the middle. Steady Goblinwood over in the Patreon at the $5 tier. Thank you so much, Steady Goblinwood said, I would have preferred more no-name casting as Kratos, but honestly, this isn't a bad choice. It should help the show get some attention early on, but Kratos isn't an easy character to pull off. Yeah, this doesn't have the same kind of like one-to-one, oh, this is going to be a slam dunk like The Last of Us, where its story is just like, well, just adapt the story. Like, I'm just curious how visually this stuff's going to look. Like, what's the action? What is the action going to look like in this? Because that is a major part of God of War.
True.
Well, yeah, that and like God of War's story is so centrally focused on just Kratos.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are other characters, but it's not like, yeah, I don't know. It's a father and son journey almost all the way through. Like it's not.
Yeah, I would.
Kingdoms. There's no.
I hope they fold in the Norse pantheon early in the show, because I thought that was interesting stuff in Ragnarok when like you got to see the various Norse gods and you got to spend time with Odin and everything, and that feels like stuff that can be folded in early on so that ultimately when shit hits the fan,
please God, make Danny DeVito one of the dwarven guys that he talks to in the rotunda.
Brock and Sindri.
Brock, yeah. Please make Danny DeVito Brock.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger is the other one. Reunite him from Twins.
God, I don't care what else I do with the show. If they make that happen, I will be the happiest person on this planet.
My life is yours. So this is obviously not coming out this year, considering they're just casting now. I imagine this will be a 2027 show. We do have dates for a bunch of video game movies in 2026, and I wanted to run down them really quick and just get a quick like temperature check for us. Are we yay or are we nay? And first up, in 10 days, Return to Silent Hill. An adaptation of Silent Hill 2 is coming to theaters from the guy who directed Silent Hill 1, as well as Brotherhood of the Wolf, a movie we watched for movie night. That was the French kind of martial arts fake-ass Bloodborne movie.
Coming out in 10 days.
This comes out in 10 days. Well, I guess 11 days, but yeah.
That's actually my birthday. So based on just the strength of that, I'm going to give it a yay. I don't think a Silent Hill movie's going to do much, but just because it's coming on my birthday.
If it came out any other week of the year, it would get a nay.
Yeah,
it was
pretty much.
Nick, yay or nay?
I didn't know this was releasing so soon. So the fuck ever, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So we got a yay, a what the fuck ever. I'm giving it a nay with the caveat that I'm probably going to see it twice opening weekend. So a nay, but I will be there at least two occasions in the opening 3 days. April 3rd, 2026, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Commercially, that's going to be yay.
Yeah, it's going to do all the numbers.
I'm yay. I had fun with the first one.
So did I.
Yeah, the first one's not bad, but it's not good. Like it's lowest common denominator, and that's what annoys me because I expect more from my animated features, but this is just paint by numbers, so it'll be fine. I don't know if I can even give it a yay. It's fine, okay?
Sorry, we need a third word that rhymes with yay or nay. If you can bring that word to the table, you can do it. Yay, nay, remind us, Illumination.
Yeah,
are you like anti-illumination or are you
generally anti-illumination? They have like maybe a couple standouts, like the Sing series is better than some of the other stuff they've done. But I struggle to think of anything else of theirs that's like good.
Sure. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat there.
You don't like Despicable Me?
No, Despicable Me is terrible.
You don't like Gru? What you got against Gru?
The first one's probably not that bad, but like it's still not great. It's like okay, and then everything after that, trash. Yeah. All the minion shit, trash.
Yeah, I don't like those little yellow freaks. Keeper Days, thank you so much for reminding me. I did skip one. Iron Lung is coming out also in like 2 weeks, end of January. This is directed by Markiplier, based on the indie horror short game that came out like 10 years ago, and that Yahtzee and Jay Razzi's a weird word. Bratzies. Bratzi and Jay played last year. Markiplier directing it is interesting. We're getting to that era of like YouTubers directing things. There was also the Chris Stuckman horror movie a couple of years ago.
Seemed to I think, right?
Yeah. I'm giving this one. I don't know anything about this. I can't yay or nay.
Is he in it as well?
Markiplier? I actually don't know.
Like, I don't even know how movies work. Screenshots Eric's showing.
You can't be in the movie and directing the movie at the same time. Who's going to hold the camera?
Tell that to Mel Gibson.
Oh, I don't want to say that.
I don't want to tell
Mel Gibson would take one look at me, and I know his first question to me. I promise you I know his first question to me, because he asked the same question to a cop on camera. Mortal Kombat 2, May 15th.
I'm going to say yay for Mortal Kombat 2. The first movie was a bit of a letdown, but you could see that they were building towards something. Like I've never seen a movie with as good a set of bones as Mortal Kombat, the new Mortal Kombat 1 had. So like I think they have a solid place to build from. I think this second one might be a lot better.
Yeah, I have the first one was one of those Project Popcorn movies that Warner Brothers dumped on HBO Max during COVID. If I'm not mistaken, like straight to, not dumped, but just straight to streaming. Yeah, I hope the second one's good. Like groundwork is laid. It seems like the casting they've added of like Carl Urban as Johnny Cage is great. So yeah, hope it's good. Let me hope it's good. A tentative yay. The last two we have Resident Evil, the movie, September 18th. This one is written and directed by Zach Kreger, the guy who just wrote and directed Weapons earlier this year or last year, and then Barbarian. He said this has been like a dream project of his for a long time. He says Resident Evil is his like favorite series. I'm giving this one a big ol' yay. I fucking loved Weapons.
I wasn't as big on Weapons. Yeah.
Was it too much hype? Like you came to it late with too much hype?
That might have been what it was. Yeah. Folks were like talking it up a big deal. Like I liked it overall, but like the story kind of fills it out for me. But Resident Evil's never really been known for her telling a cohesive story. So I'm more curious than anything else. I still think this is probably going to be bad. And
do you think
I don't think there'll be any pleasing Resident Evil fans.
Do you think this will? No, there's no pleasing. Anytime a thing gets old enough, there's no pleasing its fans.
Right.
Do you think it will feature Leon's iconic Porsche and or Grace's iconic Hamilton watch?
Absolutely. I hope so.
Yeah. If not, why even make the movie? What are we even doing?
What are we doing?
And then last but not least, the most important one, Street Fighter, comes out October 16th, 2026.
Fucking nay.
The greatest cast. We saw the cast lined up. We saw that aura emanating from them on stage.
Like like a solid 50% shooting average for that cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can only have a cast that big because they paid them the small bucks.
I'm very excited for this movie. I think it'll be bad, but I'm very excited for it. I think I just like being in a movie theater, if I'm being honest. I just like when they turn the lights off and I get popcorn. It's neat. I'm in a chair that's not this chair.
I don't know, like there's a chance that they hit the exact level of camp as the first Street Fighter movie, and so it's another so bad it's good joint that turns into a classic. Like that's always a possibility. But I don't like Street Fighter has like story wise has existed in like animated mediums, and also like a couple of live action like fan made adaptations have come out that have not been bad. Like they've actually told pretty interesting, decent stories about these characters and made them not like realistic and gritty, which, you know, we don't have to do, but just a little more grounded. I like that they went like full on ridiculous, but the trailer just, it made it look bad. Like Street Fighter is about fighting first and foremost. Yeah, and the trailer that was showing off a lot of the moves is like, we're just showing you all the things that will make the fans go, like people like Andrew Koji in that shot standing exactly the way Ryu stands. Like it's not a real fighting stance, it's just him being Ryu. So I did want to see a good fight movie at the end of the day because it's Street Fighter, and it doesn't even look like it might be that based on the trailer. So I don't know. This doesn't seem good.
But still yay.
But still yay.
I'm nay on this. I want it to
you're nay on this.
I am nay on this. I want this to be good. I just don't see the vision.
I hope it's good. I'm bummed. Originally, the Daniels were going to be directing this. The guys who directed Everything Everywhere All at Once and the Turn Down for What video. Like those guys know kinetic, silly energy. But yeah.
But they turned it down. What happened there?
Never. Wait a minute. This is a lie. I got my
Snopes
pair of people confused.
Was it the Duffers?
It was the Duffers. It was not the Daniels. It was the Philippus, I believe, who are the brothers who directed Talk to Me and Bring Her Back, which were horror movies. Talk to Me was that horror movie about like a bunch of kids sitting around a table and there was like a hand and you would grasp the hand and get possessed. And Bring Her Back has two of the gnarliest fucking scenes I've ever seen in a movie.
Why would they tap for Street Fighter?
I don't know. I think they used to do YouTube videos. They did like their first huge success was a Harry Potter versus Star Wars like YouTube videos. They did like those kinds of videos, like mashups and fighting videos and stuff. I was crazy wrong. That is wild how wrong I was. That's just nuts that I'm just straight up lying to people. Like thousands of people just lied.
Yeah, that was completely unprovoked.
Imagine how many people turn. At least this isn't one of those things where I'm like kind of slandering a BC celebrity, like I'll occasionally do, and then be like, I'm not actually sure if that's the person I'm thinking of. All of a sudden, Alphonse Ribeiro just taken astray. Fuck that guy. A couple super chats before we move on. White Cane, thank you so much, White Cane, for a $5 dono. I had an awful day today. Uber has been surprisingly helpful. Anyways, hope for a good podcast. Like sitting in the back of an Uber or driving?
I'm assuming they're driving.
Okay. So like my day was shitty, but then I hopped on a little Uber shift and it's been away. I feel like that would be, if you're in the right place and you get the right folks in your car, I feel like that could be a relatively like soothing
paid to just drive around and listen to podcasts all day. Can't complain about that. Too much.
Oh my god! If I got in an Uber and someone was listening to fucking this, I'd be like, turn this off. What are you doing? Go start a family. Shinzu, thank you so much, Shinzu, with a £5 dono for the Silent Hill movie. I've heard that the same actress who plays Mary and Maria is also playing Angela. What the fuck is going on there? That's weird. because that's just an angle. That's just a different. Like Mary and Maria are supposed to look alike in Silent Hill. Angela's not. That's just a different girl. It's a different woman.
Every scene, just change the wig.
It just like comes into every scene like out of breath because they just finished a costume change.
They're just saving money and make it work.
We're just saving money. Listen, we can just pay her once.
Hard to get on. Hard to get off.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, let's talk about these layoffs. These are coming in two parts. The first, let's talk about the Meta ones first. Facebook. I'm never gonna call them Meta, right? We just call them Facebook.
I mean, it's Facebook.
Never calling X, never calling Twitter,
never
calling Meta Facebook.
Yeah.
Never calling Facebook.
Facebook, which does a lot of VR games now and gobbled up a lot of studios, has shuttered 2 of them and all but shuttered a third. And these are Twisted Pixel and Sanzaru are the ones who've been completely shuttered, while Camouflage is their kind of from reports saying it's kind of like a husk that is no longer going to be working on their games projects, but focusing on tech-centric things for Meta. We were just in a call the other day talking about Twisted Pixel because most recently they just did the Deadpool VR game for MetaQuest, which came out a couple months ago. But you might know them from, they were big on Xbox Live Arcade with stuff like The Maw and Splosion Man. They then did a bunch of Kinect games with Gunstringer and Loco Cycle, and then have since been working on VR games. Sanzaru are again one of Meta's VR companies, but also beforehand they were doing stuff like I believe they developed the 4th Sly Cooper game. They did the Sly Collection, and then were the lead developers on Sly 4, and then they also were the leads on Asgard's Wrath. Is that what those games are called?
Yep.
The VR games, which are pretty good, right? By all accounts.
Yeah,
they're like the game of the year VR games.
Yeah. And then Camouflage is a studio founded by a guy named Ryan Payton, who was like one of the few Americans who worked on Metal Gear Solid 4. He is the host of the podcast inside of Metal Gear Solid 4 about Metal Gear Solid 4 that you can listen to on Snake's iPad throughout the game, or iPod throughout the game. And their big game was Camouflage, which was an episodic kind of stealth narrative game where you were looking through security cameras trying to guide a character through an area. And then, getting gobbled up by Meta, ended up doing stuff like the Iron Man VR game, and then
Batman Arkham Shadow, which was another VR, like game of the year caliber VR game.
Yeah. So seeing these 3 studios in the first 2 cases just completely shut down, in the third case pretty much gutted, is really fucking depressing. And too many spreadsheets over in the Patreon said, tell me there's a bubble without saying there's a bubble. Meta lays off people working on, quote, the next big thing, so that they could throw more money at, quote, the next big thing too. Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have any?
Fucking hate what Meta has done to the VR ecosystem, because they bought up all these studios that made good VR games, made them all exclusive to the Meta headset, and then guess what? The biggest player base isn't there. They're on Steam, and they couldn't buy those games on Steam. And why do you think these fucking studios didn't sell enough copies to stay alive? Fuck Meta. Fuck Mark Zuckerberg. It
was a poor strategy.
Man, there's no reason these studios should have closed. All that money's going to go towards AI data centers. Fuck all of it. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them.
What about the metaverse, though?
Fuck them.
Eric gives a little factoid in our chat here, claiming that there are only 900 metaverse users at present.
That's so depressing.
They spent billions on that shit.
Yes, they did. They changed the name of their company. And it's honestly embarrassing. So yeah, it's doubly sad because
they also closed Ready at Dawn a few months, like last year too. Super talented studio, also made Game of the Year caliber VR games with Lone Echo and Lone Echo 2. They wasted so much fucking talent. It's like, talk about like the dumbest fucking company to make dumb investments, between them and Netflix buying up game studios and also shutting them down. Just it makes me so fucking angry. Like, what a waste. And hopefully hopefully these people go off and form their own studios again and all that. But just what a waste. What a waste.
I feel like these are companies that were.
1 second, I'm going to change the server because it's gotten a little.
Okay.
Now, please go ahead.
Yeah. But yeah, I echo exactly what you said, Nick. It's deeply depressing, and we're just losing generations of talent. And some of these people might go on to work at other big studios or found their own studios, but some of these people are going to be like, fuck this industry. Like, this industry is unstable. It's built on quicksand. Like, what are we doing?
Well, yeah, I mean, they weren't even part of the games industry at Meta really anymore. And so, but
they were supposed to be.
Like, they're part of the tech industry at that point.
Well, no, I mean, they were absorbed as game studios, and they were tasked with making games. Like, because Meta sucked at the strategy doesn't mean that their jobs were inherently different. Like, they were always artists trying to make interactive experiences.
Yeah, and in my opinion, it's similar to kind of the Warner Brothers game studios, where they mean nothing to David Zaslav. They mean nothing to Netflix coming in to buy Warner Brothers Discovery. But you know, they to people like us who give a shit about this stuff, like they have a history, and you know, they've been stumbling a lot lately, but they've made some games that we fucking loved in the past. You know, same as these studios.
I do think the bigger story here, though, is like all the studios that Meta has now killed in the VR space were like leading VR studios.
Sure.
What does that say about the future of VR? Is it just done? I think it's done. Like, for the most part.
I think.
I mean, it's kind of been done.
Done.
Yeah, I mean, like, when's the last time we saw a VR game at like the Summer Game Fest or any of that stuff?
I mean, it was like the Deadpool one, but that was because it was Deadpool,
Disney,
less because it was VR. Yeah.
I want to push back a little bit. I think this doesn't feel like it's the fault of VR as the medium. It's more so the implementation, because, like you were saying, like, Facebook, they knew talent. Like, they went and grabbed studios who were good at this. They absorbed Oculus when it was Oculus and turned it into their own in-house thing. The stuff they made, like the MetaQuest 2 and 3, are actually really good consumer-friendly VR headsets. The problem was always with their mandate to tie everything to the archaic remains of Facebook's infrastructure. Like, no one wants to be stuck on Facebook. Not today, especially with forward-facing technology. Like, Facebook is very old-centric in that way. So locking all of this talent to Facebook was the death knell. Like, this could have been a much bigger deal, I feel like, if it just wasn't tied to Facebook.
You know what I'm thinking about right now? I'm thinking about that fucking Time magazine cover with Palmer Luckey, where he's like jumping up in the air with his bare feet, and that's where everything in the world started going wrong.
His paunch is coming out on the beach.
That's when we should have known right there that the tech industry was going to go batshit insane.
I mean, the answer is yeah, because he looked like a fucking idiot, and no one wants to buy a thing to put in their house to look like a fucking idiot. Like, until VR goggles are as simple as putting on glasses, I just don't think this will ever be anywhere close to mainstream. And I think maybe it'll happen someday, but I don't know. Like, we're seeing some of these companies that feels like a fucking dog with ADHD. It's just like, but now AI is the new thing. Now we got to go over here. But there's a metaverse, and then something else has got it. There's gonna be some new buzzword that's gonna come up in the next 3 years, and they're gonna latch on that to appease shareholders.
And another issue with that level of kind of jumping ship from innovation to innovation is that they're not letting any of these things even have the breathing room to maybe catch on. Like, maybe it just needed a couple more decades of you iterating, of you supporting it for it to become the new hotness. Like, video games didn't become this multi-billion-dollar industry overnight.
Sure. Yeah.
It took no one has the patience for it.
Even for video games at home, it took decades for it to become a mainstream thing.
Well, I think the big thing was, like, one, Meta was terrible at marketing their games. Like, Batman Arkham Shadow is really good. The Deadpool game is really good. Like, they have a lot of good games. They were they didn't market those at all, for one. And then, like, the studios that they bought, like, they didn't push them anywhere to do these things. And, like, I brought up Valve's Index multiple times. Got that thing. You know, we got reviewed into that thing, and it has had nothing on it that's made me want to play it since Half-Life Alyx. Like, no, like, Half-Life Alyx is a fantastic game, and it feels like that was it. And I know there's other good VR games. Like anybody that plays VR will tell you there's plenty of good VR games on there. But I mean, I don't think any of them are really big system sellers.
Sure. I mean, that's the equivalent of like Wii
all the big
owner
publishers
tries to convince friends that there's plenty of reasons to buy a Wii U. Like, well, all right, guy.
And like all the major publishers basically pulled out of VR. Like I remember EA was trying to get in with Medal of Honor and stuff like that, and didn't go anywhere.
I mean, even look at Sony. When was the last time we saw a big Sony first party?
They shut all their VR studios. They killed them all.
Yeah,
like Sony London was like another leading VR studio. They killed them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I like. Yeah, there's nothing. You know, if we weren't covering this stuff, there is nothing you could say to me as a consumer to convince me that VR is worth buying these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had many friends, normies, ask me about VR, and I've pretty much told each and every one I was like, you would hate it. You'd feel like it was a waste of money. And maybe that's just me like pushing my own not even anti VR, just like VR ambivalence or VR skepticism.
Like you're in the know if you're not excited about anything that's on there. Like how could you predict that someone who isn't as passionate?
Well, the only VR game I played last year was Sushi Ben, and that's because they made a non-VR version of it. That's the version I played, and I was like, this game rules.
What was the thing you put on your face where you scroll through the pictures?
Viewmaster?
Yeah.
I'm going back to that. I was excited to see dinosaurs.
I love that. Shout out to Viewmasters, by the way. And Shinzu received a gift membership from White Cane. Or no, Hardcore Gandhi. Jesus, how did I get that confused? Sorry, Gandhi. Not regular Gandhi. This is Hardcore Gandhi.
Gandhi.
This Gandhi shows
He's the Gandhi from Civilization. He throws the nukes.
Oh, that Gandhi. You were thinking that hardcore. I was thinking different hardcore.
Yeah.
Jesus. The second half of the sad layoff story. This is obviously something in case we won't be able to say too much on. This is at Ubisoft, kind of a two-sided story to this. And one is dozens of layoffs at Ubisoft Massive, which is the studio known for The Division and the Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. And they were the leads on Star Wars, right? The last Star Wars Outlaws, Star Wars Outlaws, yeah. And then... so that one's sad. 55 people losing their jobs there. And then the other one, which is really fucking gross and awful, is Ubisoft pretty much laying off and shuttering a Halifax studio. And the timing of this is very strange because this comes just weeks after that Halifax studio, a majority of them voted to unionize with the Canadian Workers Union. And so... Nick, you wrote about this with Rockstar, obviously not wrote about it, but you did an episode of Beyond the Pixels, sort of ping-ponging about certain Rockstar folks being let go with the timing of being union leaders, and then this. Nick, was there anything you read from this other than like this is really fucking scummy?
I saw. I'm looking for it right now. I saw a post from somebody yesterday about that some of these layoff plans were already decided back in November.
Sure.
And then, some of the narrative around it is tied to the union effort. I don't really know. I mean, like, I kind of wrote about last week in my predictions episode. Like, I don't really know what's going on with Ubisoft right now. Like, are they going to announce their new game plan soon? Like, are they going to keep consolidating their studios? Like what's been like the layoffs that we haven't even heard about moving to Vantage. There's a lot going on there. I also like, I'm not even going to try to talk about Canadian union laws because I don't know shit about that. So I don't know.
Nick, you're our Canadian union expert. If you don't know, who's gonna know?
Yeah, nobody knows. Not even the Canadians know.
I know about Canadian onions. I did a typo and I studied the wrong thing.
I know Canada has the best piece of pork steak I've ever eaten and has pizza poutine, which I never knew about. That's about my extent of Canadian knowledge.
Pizza.
Oh, and I was there when they legalized weed.
Okay, you're like the Forrest Gump of Canada. Ubisoft is in a very interesting place because they don't we don't know what. Like, they have not really said what they're working on, what the future Far Cry looks like. That for Assassin's Creed, it's like a open rumor report that an Assassin's Creed 4 remake called Resync seems imminent. Same thing with that Prince of Persia remake seems imminent. Weird that we haven't heard from those. Maybe we'll get a Ubisoft Direct or Presents or whatever in the coming weeks. But same thing, we don't know what's going on with Far Cry. We don't know what's going on at the Assassin's Creed at large, with is that Hexa game still in the works from Clint Hocking? Are they still going to be trying to make Star Wars and Disney related things after seemingly Avatar and Star Wars didn't perform? Well, I don't know. I don't know how they performed. It just doesn't seem like they've had like a massive W in a long time. No pun intended with the word massive.
Avatar at least got a really nice bump with the new movie coming out. Like their top player count on Steam alone went to like 13K, and I mean, Ubisoft games are always more popular on consoles besides
Big Jim don't miss. That's why.
Shooters. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like Avatar might have done better. I think that's the thing. Like the interesting thing with Ubisoft is like most of their games have really long tails on them compared to like most other games.
Is that an Avatar joke?
Was that?
Was
most Ubisoft games got hair braids that they use to fuck each other.
Yeah, that was an unintended pun. I'll take it though.
But no, you're right. I feel like a lot of people, because also Ubisoft tends to update their games a bunch, and if you come back a year later, you're generally playing something that's way better, or just better. Like this Avatar now has like a third-person mode, which
it has third-person mode
in the game because
expansion.
I want to see my big blue guy, and I want to just like be my big blue guy.
That game got a lot of like hate online, but I played it. It's fine, but man, it is probably the most beautiful open first person world I've ever seen, like besides Cyberpunk. Like I hope Ubisoft Massive gets to do something outside of Avatar and make their own thing with that tech, because that was really impressive. I would play a sequel to Frontiers of Pandora. Like it was fine. It was okay. It's not my favorite game ever, but it was cool. It was fun to play. I didn't mind it.
I'd play a sequel to Immortals Phoenix Rising set on Polynesian Islands. I'd play that.
Yeah, I would play that too. Thanks, Ubisoft. Thanks, KC. Why didn't you push for that?
I want Child of Light 2. I also want Child of Light 2. I want Young Adult of Light. Tween of Light.
You mentioned Ubisoft like supports their games for like a long time. Like it wasn't that long ago that like I think Assassin's Creed Syndicate got like a 60 FPS update on PS5 out of nowhere. Like they just go back and fix their games.
Yeah,
Mirage just got an update a little while ago. Like they overhauled the parkour system because people complained about that as well.
No, the problem was you thought it did, but then when you got close to it, it turned out it wasn't there.
Ubisoft game I keep going back to besides Rainbow Six Siege though is the Crew Motorfest. Like I still play that every little bit. I love it.
Yeah, that's what I use my racing
just as good as Forza Horizon. Yeah,
that's not the one.
Crew Motorfest.
That's different than the one what's the one that you can't play anymore that everyone's mad at?
That's the first crew.
Oh, just the crew.
Yeah, or
the worst crew. Yeah, I don't know why anybody's mad about that game going away. It's not good.
I think it's more the. It's the.
Yeah, I get it. The principle.
I know. I do agree, though. It is funny. You're like, I would be able to muster more. If it was something I cared about. If you take away my wife, no, it's not the waifus. There's a whole contingent of people are angry that you take away their waifus.
But yeah, the Crew Motorfest, like they just added like a whole new island to it not too long ago. The game's great. Yeah, like if you want a good racing game, go play that.
Epstein's Island. I don't want to drive here.
Not Epstein's Island.
That's not the island.
It's not a fun island to go to. I did take. There was a moment in the Dragon Quest VII demo. And I'll talk about it a little bit later. But there's a mysterious island appears, and every time they mentioned it, I kept taking screenshots because in my mind I kept being like, "Can I make Epstein Island jokes about this?" About everyone in town being like, "Oh, what's going on that island? We don't know what's going on there. People go there and they never come back." One of history's scariest monsters, and it's truly awful that our government is doing nothing about it because they're trying to protect the interests of people at the highest ranks of power. Laboratory Maniac, thank you so much with a $5 dono. In the wake of even more corporate layoffs, it's so important to support indie creators, which is why I joined the second one Patreon last night. Thank you so much, Laboratory Maniac. we appreciate everyone who helps us out over there. Nick just posted our financial reports. Last week, a couple days ago, this week. No way to know.
That was literally Monday. Yeah.
No way to know when it was. Incredibly transparent about that. And then we have all sorts of fun stuff cooking. We just filmed a 90-minute long Patreon exclusive video earlier today. So folks who want to know more about what were the Game Awards 2007 hosted by Samuel L. Jackson like, let me tell you. We'll tell you because we watched the entire goddamn thing, and it is dreadful. That being said, 2007, incredible year for games. Oh my god, Jesus!
And that's the award show they got.
Holy moly! It was nuts. It was at a moment when we got to the not first but second Foo Fighters performance. There were 2 Foo Fighters performances where I'm like, well, have we even shown BioShock yet?
If you get the Foo Fighters to play for you, you got to use them as much as you can.
But is it like, I even said this in the video, I'm like, is this fucking Saturday Night Live? They're coming out again? They get a second.
Was 2007 the year the first Rock Band came out?
It was Rock Band, Modern Warfare, BioShock, the entire orange box. So it was Portal, Team Fortress 2. Yeah, it was good. Mass Effect 1, Assassin's Creed 1, Mario Space, Galaxy.
Mario Space.
Mario Space.
Yeah, man, I remember that year because my Christmas list was huge.
Yeah. Great year. All right, our last news bit. Tsunami Doucher. $20 dono. Thanks, Tsunami Doucher.
Thank you.
Didn't say anything. Walk softly and carry a big stick. That's the Tsunami Doucher way of doing things. Let's talk about our title topic, because obviously this is the real meat and potatoes. This might be a 3-hour podcast. We're going to have a lot to talk about here. There was a Resident Evil showcase 2 hours ago, and I foolishly thought it would be one of those showcases where they show the upcoming game, but then also maybe they're like, oh, and here's something else, and then they show, oh, we're remaking Code Veronica and Zero, or maybe they show something from the movie. Nope. It was a 15-minute showcase that showed a little bit of new gameplay from Resident Evil Requiem, which comes out at the end of next month, which still looks sick as hell. They clarified that the game is close to a 50-50 split. Half the game you play as Grace, and this is the more kind of tense, spooky that compared to Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 7. Grace isn't a seasoned murderer. The other half of the game you play as Leon, who is a seasoned murderer and is doing good quips when he's doing his murder, which I think is great. He is doing crazy murder in this one. Like, he's always doing, like, murder, but it is nuts the kind of murder he's doing this time. Like,
he's just really good at it now. He's had a lot of practice.
So good at it. It's that whole, like,
John Wick.
It's 10,000 hours. He killed his 10,000th person. He's like, I think I'm just really good at this. They've mostly been showing Grace as first person and Leon as third, but they said either one can be either one. So you can play the whole game first person if you want. Yeah, I think that's neat. They said you bounce back and forth between the two campaigns. So it sounds like this isn't like Resident Evil 6 where it's like I'm playing all of the Chris campaign and then all of the Leon campaign. It sounds like you're kind of bouncing back and forth between like the two of them.
Like a little Alan Wake 2-y.
Yeah, exactly.
In that.
In my head, I read that as like Alan Wake -2-y, like Banjo Tooie.
Like Banjo Tooie.
Rare, you cowards, make it happen. They also, in the most exciting news, before we get to the worst part, they said Resident Evil Amiibo are coming this summer. I'm back in. I am back in. I want one. Wow. I want Leon kicking a dude in the face and his face blowing up as an Amiibo. I think that'd be great.
Is that too much for an Amiibo? Can you put that much on an Amiibo stand?
Do you mean like that much detail? Or they have big Amiibos. They have like Samus's motorcycle from the new game is like a beefy Amiibo. So maybe you get no music in Resident Evil on Switch unless you buy this Amiibo.
Yeah, what do you think these Amiibos will get you? Like costumes? Like
oh my god, if he gets a Mario hat and a little fake mustache, holy moly. That would be really good. I don't know if Nintendo wants that to be covered in blood though, because there's so much blood in this game. There's a lot of blood in this game.
Casey's face when I said that, just
and then, as alluded to before, they also spent a weird amount of time on announcing a collaboration with Porsche. That Leon drives a specific Porsche in the game.
In cutscenes, or do you actually get to drive it?
I don't know.
In cutscenes, I don't know if you.
It was not clear.
You got to drive a vehicle a little bit in Resi 8, and it was bad. And you can drive a vehicle in Resi 6, and it's very bad. Anytime they put you behind the wheel of a car in a Resident Evil game, it's bad.
So the chances are high that they would take a collaboration for this game where you probably drive a vehicle, right? Like, it wouldn't make sense if it's just in cutscenes.
It would make sense because
right?
it seems like you're like exploring the ruins of Raccoon City, so maybe there is like a mini open world section to it. Like for Resident Evil Village already kind of felt a little open world-ish. Like you would kind of Metroidvania back to places. So I could imagine like, almost like a Silent Hill-ish town.
Like the car, the Porsche rep who had that little section there mentioned something about modifications that they had to do to the car. So I'm wondering if the car has like Bond-esque gadgets that Leon will use.
The car does a kickflip.
The car, it turns out Ada Wong died and her soul is in the car. So like Leon has a weird sexual tension, will they, won't they, with the car the entire game.
You know what? I'm into it.
They also announced the Hamilton watch collaboration. And they said, apparently Hamilton's a watch company, and they said there's going to be 2,000 limited edition fancy watches inspired by the kinds of watches that Leon and Grace would wear. I don't want any of these anymore. I don't know why they exist. And it happened with the Bond thing of like, well, at least with the Bond car, Bond is a car dude. Like
Bond,
him driving, that's been the DNA since the beginning.
Yeah, the movies always have tie-ins with I can't remember what watch brand, but there's always a watch brand, and then they always have tie-ins with Aston Martin as a brand. Sometimes BMW, but mostly Aston Martin.
That's almost like legacy. Like they can keep doing it. No one else should be doing this. What do we why? What, like, who is this message going to? Like, who is responding to this with a fuck yeah? Because I thought it was going to be, here's a playable demo. That would have been neat.
All right, there's a world where this makes sense, and it's probably not for the reasons you think. Okay. Like, as a player, as a consumer of art, no one needs this. Like, no one needs the product tie-in, right?
Yeah.
But business-wise, everybody's complaining about the high cost of making video games. Why aren't we having more advertising companies pay or subsidize game development with stupid ass tie-ins? Yes, they're driving a car, make it a Porsche. Oh, he's wearing a watch. It's super cool. Make it a freaking Rolex. Make these rich ass, big ass corporations who want their shit in front of everybody's face anyway. Like, you can't avoid it anywhere else. Put it in a game. It doesn't affect anything. You already know what a Rolex is. You already know what we win. No one loses, I feel like. So
I'm going to take that argument and apply it to what we do here at Second Wind. Because I get emails every day from AI companies wanting to throw us money to promote
we're
their
not
shit.
talking about AI companies.
No, wait.
I want to hear how this is equivalent.
All of our audience is smart enough to know this AI stuff is bullshit. So we take their money, promote it, and nobody gives a fuck, and we get to have nice paydays.
But what are we promoting? Because these are at least
AI bullshit that nobody gives a shit about.
But then that seems disingenuous. Like this is more tied in because Leon is driving a car. It doesn't necessarily matter what car he's driving as long as the car drives. And a Porsche is a car. Like, that's a real car. So like, you're not getting this sort of incongruous thing. It's just some.
Oh no, I'm not looking to rationalize. I'm not looking to rationalize why. I'm just saying let's take their money and run.
It would have to be something that made sense. That's all I was like. There's no way we could say we could shill AI in a way that made sense.
While you guys were talking, I had a moment of reflection, and I want to completely turn my position 180 degrees to where Casey is. Because I started, when you said more games need product placement like movies and TV do, so these corporations can subsidize the arts, I was like, what games have done this? And then two things immediately popped in my mind, and it was the Final Fantasy 15 ramen hat, which I love.
Oh my god.
And everything in Kojima's life. as soon as those two things popped up, I was like, nope, never mind. I actually think this is great, and I think we actually need more of this.
Like the cup noodles.
Kojima's doing a credit card thing, isn't he?
Okay, I
think they might have he might have committed some felonies with that because they don't talk about that credit card anymore. I even was Googling it when I was in Japan to be like, I want to like find a brochure on it or something that I could bring back. And I was like, I think that he might have just said, I'm making my own credit card. And then someone later told him, you can't actually do
Government's like, yeah.
That's actually.
Are you sure about that, Kojima?
I mean, in America, you could probably just, I'm sure you could make your own credit card in America. I almost have no doubt you can.
Probably, yeah. It's Japan.
Right now? Right now you definitely could.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to start printing them off and handing them to people, and then people will start sending me their money.
But yeah, like if I, like if we got sponsored by a thing we used, right? Like if I'm playing with a controller on a live stream, and then a controller company was like, "Hey, play with our controller," because they make good controllers and they want the publicity. That makes sense, and that's all I'm talking about. I'm not saying inject the ad thing in the middle of the experience, but like these in this particular way, like just like in the 007 First Light, just like in Resident Evil, it's an opportunity where you can fit it in and it doesn't hurt anything. Like a watch on a character's arm, the car that the character drives, a billboard in the background, unless it's like super incongruous with the in-game world, stuff like that. Like, well, Need for Speed Underground 2 had tons of Best Buys.
Crazy. The first Crazy Taxi, like half of the customers would want to go to a KFC, a Virgin Megastore, or Sam Goody.
Yeah, and why not? Right? Those are things that exist in the real world. It's a fun callback, not callback, but like it's just a fun call out to the brand.
Believe,
and like Pizza Hut. Yeah, like why not? But as long as
they didn't do that for Dead Rising
development.
I can't believe they didn't do that for Dead Rising.
Yeah,
like,
I think it's probably like they don't want like blood all over their logo. I imagine they're very like this Porsche. I can't imagine Porsche is going to allow their car model to get fucked up in the game. I feel like it's going to be a car that can't get hurt, right? Like the car won't take damage. It won't have like.
Porsche uses it gives its license to like proper car games. Like you can drive Porsches in other
like Forza. And
stuff. You can't run people over with it though.
They're not people. They're zombies. Although, man, the zombies in this game are doing what the people used to do, but they're in kind of a scary way. So, like, a zombie janitor will be, like, mopping the floor, which at that point, you kind of feel like it seemed like an asshole if you kill a dude mopping the floor. Just
Did that do anything for you? Like, they didn't say how it, like, changed gameplay. It was just kind of a neat detail.
Well,
more of a neat detail. And I feel like it reminded me of, speaking of 2007, BioShock, how there'd be certain moments in BioShock that were scripted where you'd be like the mother crying over the baby carriage and it turns out there's nothing in there. It's like a spooky doll of the baby or something. But like having everyone's kind of over zombies, right? Like, but having that zombie have like a semblance of their humanity that they're grappling with, it feels interesting. Like that feels like a cool wrinkle.
If the Porsche can do kick flips, but if I bought a Porsche in real life and it can't, false advertising.
Sure. They probably put
easy
that line
payday
at the bottom. That's
there was a Mercedes in Mario Kart 8, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe in Mario. Yeah, I don't know in the Switch version or if it was the Wii U version, but yeah, Mercedes-Benz put them in Mario Kart.
So
that's weird.
There's precedent.
Yeah, even Nintendo. Even Nintendo's hard up for money. I saw how low their stock is. If you want some financial advice from someone you shouldn't take financial advice from, buy the dip. I don't know what that means, but it's time to buy the dip, boys. Just come home with a bunch of hummus. I don't know what that meant. King Dad, thank you so much for a $2 dono. This game is brought to you by DraftKings. My favorite are DraftKings ads, and then immediately talking about how sports gambling is ruining sports.
Guarantee you, DraftKings ads will be in the next like Madden and all that stuff. Guarantee you.
The fucking Golden Globes. Every time they went to a commercial break, they showed the poly market odds of the upcoming award they were going to give out. So the poly market odds.
Kalshi thing?
Yeah, pretty much that where you can like bet on whatever you want. Like you can bet on anything. Yeah, this was like who's going to win Best Supporting Actress, and
this entire world is being turned upside down.
Yeah, that's actually concerning. I saw in the middle of a news story I was reading, a CNN news story. A situation was unfolding, like it was talking about like the president, like Trump and Iran or whatever, and they just in the middle of the thing they said, "Oh, the Kalshi things are betting that that the president of Iran won't do what Trump said."
Like if
And I was like,
was,
why is
if I
this
saw
relevant?
my name on there, I'd be like, I can make a lot of money right now.
Like for real.
Yeah.
Like why
yeah.
would you put this in the middle of the, like that seems
Yeah.
so scummy.
Yeah, there was a news story not too long ago that I think CNN was going to allow you to like bet on the news. I'm like, oh my god, we're going to bet on the next mass
Jesus.
shooting. Like this is fucking. We are in Black Mirror. Like it is just. There's just not even the mirror anymore. It's just Black Mirror.
Okay. I got an idea. At least we can capitalize off this. We reboot. Do you remember the Josh Hartnett movie 40 Days and 40 Nights where he had to go all of Lent without cranking off? You remember that film?
Yes.
We reboot that, but somehow he gets roped in onto it ends up on Polymarket, and it becomes a thing that like people around the globe are betting on. And so there's like $1 billion at stake on whether or not the guy could go.
Don't touch yourself. Don't touch yourself.
Could go
Don't touch
months
yourself.
without it. Yeah.
And people are
Shout out
trying
to
to
Shannon Sossman.
trying to fuck him up because they
Yep.
bet the other half.
People
That'd
trying to
be hilarious.
honeypot him, trying to seduce him because to win the bet. Mm.
Speakeasy
Call
says,
it
"What the fuck
Crank
is this
3.
fucking Fallout now? The end of the world is a product. The end of the world has been a product for a while, dude."
I mean, they've announced a Fallout Shelter reality series on Amazon. We just nothing understands anything. No one understands art, is what
Is
I'm
that
realizing.
real?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's real. They're casting.
but I
for
mean,
it
I
now.
guess they've already monetized the Fallout Shelter idea in Fallout Shelter, so it's just that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like Mr. Beast makes people do stupid things.
Did
for
anyone give a
fun.
shit about the Squid Game reality show? No one cared about that, right? Did that even air?
Yeah, they did a second season.
I watched the first season. It wasn't bad.
Oh no, they got you! They
It
got
wasn't
you!
that bad. Like I got roped in. I didn't watch the second season, but the first one was actually
Like-
on the entertaining side. I apologize.
My
that's
ex,
right.
she was watching that Netflix was doing like one of those reality dating series where they put, a bunch of dumb influencers on an island,
Mhm.
and they were just like the most depraved people I have ever had the displeasure of hearing talk.
Yeah, it's
Like,
a nightmare.
What are you?
Reality TV is a nightmare.
These are some of the most depraved people on the planet. Like they're just so humanityless. It makes me. iRobot had
That's
more
how- that's how they
humanity
get on
than those
TV.
people.
That's how you get on TV, exactly.
Yeah.
P Boyle with a $5 dono. Thank you so much, P Boyle. That's fine until the sponsors start dictating content like not having their cars damaged on screen. Agree with that.
Well, I mean, then you don't take the money, right? Like,
Sure.
but then that, I guess those are going to be the things that you weigh, like your artistic vision versus the money to finish it. And that's a thing that happens regardless of these sort of sponsors. Like when you have a publisher, they might tell you you can't do this or that.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones paying the bills for it getting done. So like,
Mhm.
there's a trade-off for sure. Like this isn't completely without fault or problem or issue.
Mhm.
But I think there's a way that where this can be mutually beneficial for gamers, the game makers, and the advertisers who are obsessed with making sure you see their shit all the time.
I agree with you there. Far too many frogs. Thank you so much, frogs, with a $2 dono. Second win can gamble with the fantasy bingo. It's stakeless. That's right. If you head on over to Discord, folks, including Far Too Many Frogs, have put together a fantasy bingo league. It is bingo that is reacting to our fantasy league. So it is like,
You think that's
what
going to make it
certain
onto the
things
poly
are.
market?
Let's put it on Polymarket. Oh my god. How do I throw it? I don't know. I don't have the ability to delay any of these games.
Is it insider trading if we take part?
There's no rules for this. I don't think insider trading exists.
There's no laws. There's no laws.
Didn't that literally just happen in the government where like there was some
Yeah.
I mean it happens
I saw that
happens
story.
every day now. Yeah. They were like, we invested, X amount of money, and she goes, yeah, well, if it was insider trading, we would have invested more. I was like, yeah, that's what?
That's your defense.
Everything's fine. What a nightmare. And then
We
Mindule
could
with
have
a
been more
2.
corrupt.
Mindule, thank you so much for a $2 donor. Reality TV has made reality the hellscape it is today. We'll be right back.
It's
No,
just a
we
mirror,
don't
guys.
have a sponsor to throw to.
We're the blame.
Polymarket, where are you?
TV.
We're the blames. I like this.
It's a reflection of
Turns
us.
out we're the Walking Dead. Before we head on over to what we've been playing and watching, Blue Team over in the Patreon had a question that I thought was pretty interesting. An unrelated question. What are some games in your backlog that you want to try to get to in 2026? For me, I plan to burn through a bunch of sub 15-hour games interspersed with Tales of Grace's F and the Zillia remasters. This is a great question, Blue Team, because I just want to talk. I am in prep for Resident Evil Requiem. I've been going through all of the Resident Evil games. I'm about to wrap up 6, which is so much worse than I remember. Like, like this game is shockingly bad. Yeah, I took a real. I was for a little bit. I was like, if you turn your brain off, it's just dumb, middle of the road, average. And then I get hit some certain points where I'm like, this is deeply bad. So more of that hell. And then I think this might be the year I get to Mass Effect. Finally, I don't know.
Give it a shot.
I feel like you are gonna not like it.
Really? Because I don't
think
like
you
space.
will like it.
Can we put this on Polymarket?
I think you'll like it because you like character stories.
I do like character stories.
Yeah, I'm more worried about the gameplay side.
Gameplay side.
The gameplay's not bad.
But for
and the stories
Marty,
definitely carry it.
But for Marty, Johnny gameplay over here. If I can put it on easy, it's gonna be fine. It'll be fine. Nick, do you have any? I saw it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did you say you started Xenoblade Chronicles over the winter break?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been reworking through the Tomb Raider series, and then I loaded up. I've been like looking at Xenoblade Chronicles. Like every time I get on the store, I'm like, do I want to buy it? No. Do I want to buy it? No. And then over the holiday break, I was like, fine, I'll try it. Mostly, I was just put off by kind of how the combat system looks. It's got a weird combat system. It's
yeah,
real
that's
time.
One of the things I was not able to. The few times I've tried to jump in, I'm going to try to give it one more try this year, but I never gelled with the combat in the first few hours.
Yeah,
it seems very complicated.
Okay, so you've never played these games, have you?
No.
So it's real time, but basically command driven. So you move the character, but then you have like your action commands to tell them which moves to do, and you also you can issue commands to. Yeah, it almost plays like an MMO's combat a little bit.
Combat looks like
it would be.
There's so many goddamn squares on screen. Look at it.
Yeah, it's I really like the story. Yeah, I really like the story. I really like the world. Combat, I maybe, but I haven't gone back to it in a couple weeks now. But characters like right away, or like you connect with them right away. Really good introduction of the game. So,
what's the name of that sword? Sword's got a funny name. The Lufthansa or something? The Minato.
Minato.
Oh yeah.
They say that word so many fucking times in the first 10 hours. The Minato.
I think that's a Japanese
I get it.
thing.
That sword's important.
I think it's a Japanese thing. Oh, it's Monado, not Minato.
Yeah,
Monado.
Yeah.
Damn. How's Shulk in Smash?
He's pretty strong. I personally don't play with him. His gimmick is that he can change his attributes using the Monado. So like he can make it so that his weight is lighter and he can like move faster and jump higher, or his sword like hits harder, which then means that he is more susceptible himself and whatnot. So like decent trade-offs based on the situation. He's a real thinker of a character.
He's also got that one naked skin, which is kind of nuts.
He's in his shorts.
The naked boy.
Yeah, he walks around like in just his drawers, and that's the pairing of Zero Suit Samus, because they have like a bikini, like not a bikini skin, but like a halter top and short shorts skin.
Yeah.
And Sephiroth also has no shirt, so
beautiful.
Yeah, lots of gooning going on.
Lots of gooning.
There's gooning like in the actual game too. Like the first woman you meet is like hardly wearing anything. Yeah. But the reason I finally jumped into it is because I kept seeing like this guy on social media popped up in my feed, and he was like just taking these really cool looking clips of Xenoblade Chronicles X, the kind of spin-off one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that is insane. That like game
super
was
cool
on the
looking.
Wii U. Like,
yeah,
it was mind-boggling.
Yeah. So yeah, it's I've been having a good time with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got a lot of games in my backlog I want to get to. I still want to play that Sleep Awake game. I did the from the 9 Inch Nails and former
right,
Spec Ops The Line guys.
Yeah.
Got that. I want to play too many games to count. But I also like last year I finally I spent the last 5 years curating my list of games that I completed throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then last year I finally decided, you know what? If I'm not vibing with a game, I'm just dropping it. I don't have time for it.
Excellent. You got to do that with everything. Life's too short.
I'm sure 5 years from now I'll get back to I have to finish it. So we'll go through my cycle again. I'll have some type of crisis.
Yeah. Casey, are there any oldies you're thinking about? I guess we have to figure out what we're gonna be going back to something off our list.
True. That is true. But yeah,
the only game on his backlog he needs to play is Returnal.
You do need to play Returnal. Maybe that should just be the first game. If we just play Returnal, and then we can figure out what the series is going to be after that.
The problem is I have other games that I started last year that I would very much like to get to the end of, and just may not. Like I got close to the end of Absolem. I haven't finished it yet. I would love to do that. I want to finish Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm like halfway through that. I want to finish what do you call it? The other ninja game, Shinobi, Art of Vengeance. That was great. I was having a great time with Art of Vengeance.
Yeah.
I want to play more of Where Winds Meet. Like that game still kind of captivates me, and I
like it. Yeah.
I want to put more time into it to see.
They've added so much to it already.
There was already so much
new areas. Yeah, I know. They've added 2 whole new areas of the map.
I have still been playing Zenless Zone Zero, so that was a thing in my backlog that I kind of just dropped. They added so much to that as well. I was replaying old stuff. I finished that. So now I'm in season 2, which was the brand new stuff they added. Mm-hmm. They completely ripped out certain sections of the way the old flow was. And now they've added platforming challenges in that game.
Interesting.
They're not bad either. They're not great, but it's okay, I can do this. I can do some of this dumb shit in the middle of these fights.
Well, that's cool.
I'm hopelessly addicted to that game. I need to stop, actually.
The only 2 games I really want to finish from last year are Silent Hill F and Dispatch. I haven't finished either of those yet.
Oh, yeah. Did you guys finish Dispatch, Casey?
We did, yeah.
Nice, yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah, I think you'll dig Dispatch. That feels like a very easy, I feel like almost everyone will enjoy Dispatch as long as you're fine with that.
I played the first episode and I really liked it.
Yeah, it's just a really good story, good performances, good writing. Yeah. Yeah, I guess while we're here, Nick, what else have you been consuming lately?
You chose me first because I have nothing on my list.
I chose you first because you were the last one to talk. This isn't like a test. There's a lot of weeks where I don't even say anything.
Fuck, it's multiple choice answer. What do I do? I actually the only game I played this week I can't talk about yet. I don't know if you guys looked at the Steam account, but we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 15 review copies that'll come in for January.
My God,
how many of them are hentai?
It's 1 copy a day right now.
There's a lot of games going on.
Yeah, I finally am catching up on Pluribus. I did not watch the rewind because I didn't want to be spoiled. But I watched the first episode. Yeah, I watched the first episode a while back, and then I got caught up with other shows. So the second episode, I liked the first episode. I wouldn't say it hooked me in. The second episode hooked me in. I was like, I gotta watch this.
They released them both at the same time, and I think that's purposefully. I think the second episode, when you get to the end of the second episode, you kind of understand more what the show is. The end of the first episode, you don't really understand what the show is.
Yeah, I just love how fucking weird it is.
It's great. Ray Seahorn's incredible, and it also just seems like they could do literally anything they want on that show. It seems like they have an infinite budget, and the way that story is framed, they could literally do whatever they want. So yeah, stoked.
Yeah, I love
got a renewal.
Yeah, Vince Gilligan, you almost know you're watching his show just because of the way he opens his episodes of no music, complete silence, just something going on. That's kind of weird. Yeah. I'm what the fuck are you doing here? And it's this ties back into this, and I'm watching a Vince Gilligan show.
Yeah. Have you watched any of it, KC, or is that just something you want to get to?
No, I was waiting for it to finish. I know that it has now, so I will probably start it soon.
Nice.
Yeah, I did finish Last Samurai Standing, which I actually ended up really enjoying. It has some fucking wild action scenes in that show.
Yeah, it's a saving grace. It's just Squid Game, but samurais.
Sure.
If you replace all of the games with do samurai shit.
Yeah, it has. It's Squid Game, but it also like actually like digs into like the history of the end of like the samurai age, obviously, and like there's actually a lot more politics than I was expecting. So it feels like an alternate universe, less samurai, which I kind of.
I was about to say, do you think Tom Cruise with a little top bun will show up?
Yeah, possibly.
Those two stories could exist in the same like universe, like the way like it's telling
both,
like the exact
fantastical
same story.
takes on history. Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's telling the same story about like this is how the samurai finished.
Yeah.
I do.
Spoilers.
You can definitely tell they did. You can definitely tell like Netflix wasn't sure if they were going to do a second season of it though. Just the way it kind of ends, like it doesn't tie anything up.
Got the Kojima bump though. Everything's fine.
Yeah, they're getting a second season, so
let's probably toss one of those fools inside. Oh, Kojima's also, speaking of Pluribus, he's on a big Ray Seahorn kick. He's going to get that lady in his machine. I tell you what, Ray Seahorn, the lead in Pluribus, she's absolutely getting scanned. He's going to shank some of her ass.
Will she let him scan her?
Will she let him scan her? I mean, there's like maybe I feel like at a certain point he now has the pedigree of like Timothée Chalamet has been scanned and Robert Pattinson's been scanned. Like,
but he doesn't have anyone that I'm aware of from the Vince Gilligan pantheon, right? Does he have David Duchovny? Does he have?
He would have fucking loved Gillian Anderson. He would cut off an arm to get Gillian Anderson in that machine.
Like no Bryan Cranston.
I don't think Cranston. Aaron Paul feel like he could. Like he's in a game now. Like he's in Dispatch.
He was in
wasn't he? Not Kojima's game.
He was in Need for Speed: The Run too, wasn't he? He was like the main actor.
The movie.
Was he?
No, he's the lead.
Yeah, he was in the movie. I don't know if he was
movie.
Yeah. Kid Cudi. What a film. Pluribus is great. Anything else?
I'm really happy that the reviews for that new Game of Thrones show are good. I was really curious about that, and it sounds like it's like funny as hell. They were talking about how like the opening of the show starts with like the really dramatic Game of Thrones intro, and then it just kind of abruptly stops, and there's a guy shitting by a tree.
Yeah,
is that funny?
I'm stoked for this. I read
comedy nowadays.
I read is this back then. It does.
You know what? I'll take that instead of a quip. I'll take a shit instead of a quip.
Put that on a tombstone. I read the first novella of the Duncan Egg saga over the summer and enjoyed it quite a bit. So I'm excited. I'm excited for this, and all the people I know who've seen it have really enjoyed it. I think Darren wrote a tweet about how he liked it. A tweet, and he liked it. 140 characters of enjoyment. Darren will have more to say about it. He's already gotten several columns.
There's no way we can stop him.
Yeah.
We can't stop.
There's no stopping the Mooney train.
There's no stopping the Mooney train.
Get that Mooney.
Pride of Ireland. Get that Mooney. I like that. Do you think he's related to Paul Mooney from the Chappelle Show?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Casey, what? I'm now picturing. Never mind. Casey.
For Hotman Energy, Nick suggested arcade space shooter. Mm-hmm. Jesse was really trying to like shop like a proper name for like these sorts of games, but like they're too disparate. So I don't know. I like to call them like arcade space, like dogfighting.
It's kind of like Star Fox,
like combat.
Right?
But it's not.
Proper name is
like
Death and Abyss.
Okay.
Yeah, the name of the game is Death and Abyss. It's a dogfighting game, but it's also sort of it's level based, and it's an arena shooter.
Oh, okay. So kind of like Virtual On almost, like those old mech games a little bit more. Like an arcade mech game. Okay.
So I don't know.
There was Omega Force. There was Virtual On. That's kind of the thing. What I'm thinking of now.
Yeah, there aren't. I don't know if I've ever played a game like this, but like you are in a finite space. Like if you go too far out of the space, you just lose.
Yeah.
And then things just constantly swarm you and attack you, and like there are objects in that space that you can use as cover / environmental damage to the things that are chasing you. Like they're very helpful. I had to figure out. And then more and more things within each level just continue to spawn in. until you've killed everything that spawns in. Like it's like percentage based on like just how much stuff comes in and how much you take care of and survive through. I did not make it out of the first level on stream. It is incredibly difficult.
Wow.
Incredibly difficult.
Were you having a terrible time or?
Funnily enough, no. Like this is exactly my sort of punishment.
Yeah,
in terms of
no,
games.
Casey.
I feel like I would hate this, but I feel like you specifically would like this. Yeah.
Like, rest assured, I was getting very frustrated. Like, I had all the complaints. I was like, "Oh, this is too aggressive. Like, they should give you a little more leeway. There should be like peaks and valleys in terms of the gameplay." But after things started to click, like I get what it's going for. It is relentless, but there is a sanity to it all. Like you are supposed to kite these things. You're supposed to keep track of everything's movement and constantly be on the move. You're supposed to use the different firing styles of your ship. Because like it's a ship like Star Fox, you can shoot regular lasers. You can do lock-on missiles with the other trigger. Or you can double tap your shots and you get like kind of a shotgun blast. So like knowing the right situations to use those particular weapons against the specific enemies that spawn in, and then knowing the right evasive maneuvers for like when bigger enemies come in and they do their own signature attacks. Like there's these big bugs that like will stop in place and then like do kind of like a frog tongue attack towards you. Okay. So like you have to know kind of how far away you are from it. And if you are within range, you got to dodge to the left or the right or something. They started spawning in like these gunships that like auto lock on you from really far away. So you got to dodge at the right time as the laser pinpoints you. It's so hectic. Like I was sweating on stream and I was getting really frustrated, but I was doing better and better.
Okay.
Every replay because I was starting to understand it more and more. And by the time I was done,
like, right off the bat, I
kind of don't. That's probably my biggest gripe is that I think it's kind of ugly.
We have very different. I hold that like PS1 era chunky ugliness up in very high regard, and I know you're like, no, it's just chunky and ugly.
Like if it was like wireframey, like the FX chip stuff for Star Fox, that would have worked for me in terms of nostalgia.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But like, this sort of like grainy, like it was too hard to see, and then the stuff I was seeing was like just shitty.
Yeah, and
so,
it's
like,
everything. It also seems like there's like it's like a sensory overload looking at this. It looks like kind of spooky because you're fighting in like a big black void, and these things look almost like Cthulhu. But it's also just there's so much going on the screen.
Yeah, I ended up watching a speed run playthrough just to see like what else was in it.
Yeah.
And most of the levels still just end up looking like that.
Gotcha.
But each advancing level is just they throw more shit at you. So like it only escalates.
Oh, so
to
this
the point
game's
where I was like,
hardcore.
Holy shit. Yeah, like it's extremely hardcore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put more time into it. I at least want to get through that first level. The highest I think we finished at was like maybe 75% of the level. So like I was getting
doable.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely doable. I was getting there.
Yeah.
Probably won't finish it all the way through. Like,
sure,
it's just way too demanding. Like, I got.
I feel like beating that first level would feel like after like
I'm gonna at least do that. Yeah, but like it's a really good time.
It's cool. Death in Abyss.
I'm on a roll for recommending games to people so far this year. Star Rupture for Yahtzee.
About to go off.
Death in Abyss for KC.
Just a big drought is on the way.
Yeah.
But I also checked out.
I recommend you Anthem.
Oh no, we forgot to talk about Anthem.
No. Oh yeah, that did happen. It's dead, y'all. I also tried out the DLC, which just launched today. It was free DLC for the game Sanabi. It was actually the first bite size that I did for the Second Wind channel. Was on this game. Incredible action platformer that makes use of a grappling hook. The DLC is like a prequel story featuring my memory is a little hazy, but I think it's a side character that you kind of deal with in the main story. It's completely standalone, so like you don't have to get through any of the original story. You can just start there, and it plays differently. Like there's no grappling hook stuff, but this is more based around pogoing. So like you're slashing at enemies.
Bouncing on them
to get extra jumps, and then you also have that sort of gun-based momentum. So like you have a shotgun on top of your slashing ability, and when you fire in a direction, you propel in the opposite direction. So so that actually acts as a third jump.
That's cool.
It is cool. Like I really like it. The way it's similar to the first like to the main game in that you're advancing through a level, but like everything is like a bunch of enemies on like a screen with just a ton of like platforms and stuff, and you're navigating all the projectiles that are flying around you while taking out everything in the area. And she also has a defensive move where she can kind of just do this spin attack that will kind of eat any projectiles in its range. Like it's very specific too. So if it's too close to you, you'll still take damage. It's not like completely safe in that way. So you have to get the right range. You'll do this move that will just wipe out projectiles in a radius around you, and then that charges your shotgun to make it extra effective. You'll get like an extra boost when you shoot the shotgun after. And like, I finished the first boss just before we started streaming. They drill that into you. Like you have to get good at learning how to do that parry thing in order to beat that boss. And then the very next level is essentially telling you, once you do this parry thing on a certain number of projectiles, you get a new like hyper move. So like, they definitely are like, it feels like a DLC for like a really hard technical game where like, hey, remember everything from the other game? Well, we're building on it, except it's different mechanics. So like they kind of out the gate just start hitting you.
Yeah,
like very
that's almost
skill.
the Shovel Knight approach of like they introduced like the DLCs would be like an entirely new character, and it's like, oh, this character plays way different than the Knight does.
But I'm very much enjoying it right now, and like it is story heavy, like the main game was as well. The writing was always good, so like there's like fun banter between you and like the little AI guy that you got, and there's some sort of mystery afoot. So I am intrigued to kind of get to the end of it. I'm not sure how long or big this DLC is, but it does. So far, it seems like it's kind of a substantial thing.
Yeah, it's funny. I really like this being like one of, if not the first video you did at Second Wind. I remember the script.
Yeah, it might have been the first one at Second Wind. Yeah.
Speaking of 2D action games DLC, did you ever play Katana Zero?
Yes, I'm like at the very end of Katana Zero, and I keep forgetting to finish that game.
Could you get? I think it is insane that you're able to just be like, oh, I'll pick it back up and just remember I was good at this game. Like, I'm not possible at that. Like, I would need to like get, because I did finish it, but it was
the entire series over again.
Well, I couldn't just one game.
I'm so close to the end. So
I was so close to finishing Resident Evil 6, and I forgot what to do. So I had to go back all the way back to Resident Evil 1.
Way in hell. I will never. They've said the DLC's been coming for fucking ever, and it got like a little another cheeky update last year. Like he's not dead or anything, but I don't know. I guess the Silk Song was rad, and that took forever. So
let's see what happens.
Yeah, Katana Zero School though. What else? You watch or play anything else?
The last thing is an anime I saw. It's a movie that just dropped on Netflix called 100 Meters. It's about like some young track hopefuls. I took interest in it, one, because when I first saw the trailer, I was like, is this AI?
You thought it was AI?
I wasn't sure, because like the animation style they chose is unique.
It almost feels rotoscoped at times.
Yes, that is actually what they did. Yeah. So when I did the research, I found that like large sections of the show are rotoscoped.
So it's filmed and then drawn over.
Exactly. So that being said, I don't think it looks great. Like I get what they were going for. It's a very distinct style, but like it's kind of ugly in a lot of places. Like even the main characters, like just their faces are just kind of like weirdly unattractive.
Yeah. And
the sections that aren't rotoscoped versus the sections that are, because they kind of jump back and forth between them, it's a little jarring. Like if maybe the whole thing was like that, then I would eventually get used to it. But every time they decided they were going to do rotoscope stuff, it just felt like I was watching a different thing. So that was the thing that was just constantly popping up in my head. Outside of that, I thought the story that they told was incredible. Like it was a really, really touching and like understated story about like the nature of like competitiveness, and also like self-doubt, like anxiety and stuff. Because like these characters, they start off as kids. The one is just a natural born sprinter, like just super fast by like naturally, and then a new kid joins, and he's not athletic at all, but he likes to run. Like it's kind of a thing he does, because he's got like home issues or whatnot, and just running is like a way for him to like get away from it all. And like they meet, they become friends. One starts helping the other like get better at running, and then like running is the thing they share together. But then that competitiveness starts to build between them. They become, rivals, and then they separate. And then like they keep meeting back up with each other throughout their like high school, their middle school, their high school, and then their professional careers as rivals. And it's just a really cool story. The races themselves are like really tense and engaging. And the ending's a little predictable, but like I like where it ended up. So overall, I liked it. Like I think it's worth a watch. And it was a good way to also test my theory that you can't make a bad story if it's about racing. So that also applies to humans.
It also applies to humans. Yeah, I also watched this like a week or two ago, and I felt very much the same way. Where there was moments where I thought the rotoscoping worked well, and then a lot of times it just feel jarring. Like it did.
Yeah,
it
was
was
like
just I was noticing it too much.
Yeah,
I think it's also tough. We are in an era where there's some anime that makes running look so cool. Like it is hard. Like when I think of like sometimes how they have Okarun look in Dandadan when he's he's possessed or whatever in running, or when he's a monster. I don't even know what is that show about. What is he? Got a witch?
Well, he's a ghost.
Witch powers.
He's got the ghost powers.
He's got ghost boy
Spirits.
powers. But he looks cool as hell when he runs. Shout out to Okarun, friend of the show, Okarun. That's 100 meters, and that is on
100 meters.
100 meters. It's on Netflix, and it's just a movie, so it's like 100 minutes or something.
Like like just under 2 hours, I think.
Yeah, 10 minutes for each meter. 10 meters. Ooh, that math fucked up.
Do not throw no math at me.
No, a meter a minute. 100 meters, 100 minutes. How did I fuck that up? The number's right there. Nick, are you gonna watch 100 meters?
It's a good movie.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I was
still catching up on.
You gonna watch another anime thing?
Maybe. Okay. I was watching. I know the third season of Primal just came out. I was watching that originally.
I never watched Primal.
Dropped it.
Yeah, I need to get on that. I've heard
that's by Genndy Tartakovsky, right? Samurai Jack guy.
Genndy Tartakovsky, yes. Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack,
Dexter's Lab.
Dexter's Lab. Yep.
Yeah.
Legend.
Truly. And the original Star Wars: The Clone Wars, right?
Oh yeah, the animated shorts version.
Yeah. Anything else you watch or play?
Nothing else I can really get into just yet. Some stuff I started, but I'll probably talk about maybe later.
Nice. I just been hopping around between a couple games. One is a game called Big Hops that just came out on, I believe, all platforms. This is an indie 3D collectathon, character platformer.
That's your bag.
That's my bag. And listen, I have a video coming out probably next week that this game you play as a frog, and so the mobility in the game is kind of frog-like abilities. You could do big leaps, but also your tongue plays a big role. Use your tongue to like pick locks. You can use your tongue to open chests, but also your tongue is a grappling hook, and the momentum is like compounding in this game. It feels like if you keep a run going, then you can move as fast as the speed of light if you just keep up your momentum. It feels like really fucking good when you're out in the open, and when you're wall running, using your tongue to maintain your momentum while swinging. That stuff feels really good. Also, it has this interesting kind of emergent puzzle solving in the form of there's all these seeds you find around the world. You find trees with the fruit, or you can like carry seeds and plant the trees somewhere. But the fruit, when you throw it at a surface, each one does a different thing. And so one might spawn a bouncy pad, or one might spawn a vine that you can climb, or one might explode and a tightrope goes from one side of the room to the other. And the puzzles as you go on in the game can almost be solved in any way as long as you have the right tools at your disposal. And it reminded me of that way a little bit of like Tears of the Kingdom, where you'd get to a shrine. This game even has things that feel like shrines in them. You'd get to a shrine and be like, okay, well, there's probably an intended way for this, but also I have X, Y, and Z in my inventory, so I think I can solve this.
That's really fun. Like it kind of looks like a mix between like Mario and Zelda in that way.
It has, and it has a little bit of a lot of different games in it. There's some like corporate espionage stealth stuff that kind of felt like Sly Cooper to me. The story itself, the game's a little wordy and a little. I think it thinks its story is a little bit better than it actually is. Like I think the fun here is when you're actually playing the game and not inside the story. But I'm enjoying it. So. You could check out this game now. Big hops, and then there should be a video probably up sometime next week on it. I also played through the demo for Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. This is one of the games I took on the draft, but this is also a remake of Dragon Quest VII that's coming to I believe all platforms at the end of or at the beginning of February. The demo is available now, and it's one of those demos that you can play the first 4 to 6 hours of the game, depending on how long it takes you. And when you finish it, your save will transfer over into the final game, which I think is awesome. Nice. I wrote about that in my Patreon column this week. I think that is an awesome thing that a lot of Square Enix games do. I'm having a blast with this game, though. I had a little tough time getting hooked on Dragon Quests 1 through 3, trying to get into them lately, the HD versions. But this one is immediately charming to me, and I really love the characters, and I really love the voice acting in this.
Yeah, I tried to start up those remakes, and I just hate the combat system in them.
It's really boring. They're like undeniably really gorgeous. Boring. They're like super fucking gorgeous. Yep. But it's just like, oh, this is still the bones of the very first JRPGs ever. Like this is still the bones of Famicom games. Whereas this one was originally a PS1 game and then got a 3DS remake. And so this one, even though it is relatively simplistic, it feels like a more modern game. And immediately taken with the characters and the writing and everything. So I think I'm definitely going to be jumping into this one in a few weeks. And then the last thing is a game that just came out earlier today on Switch. I believe it came out yesterday on PC. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but it's called Cassette Boy. And this is, I think, a solo indie dev from Japan released this game that is it's feels like a Game Boy era Zelda game, top-down Zelda game, but with the Fez mechanic, to where you get the ability to shift perspectives at will using the triggers. And the game is very much something in the environment does not exist if you can't see it. So if there is a really tough enemy in the way, and if you could figure out a way to rotate so that an object is covering him, you can walk right by him and it won't be able to hurt you. That's because cool. You can't see him, so he doesnip exist. So you're doing that to solve puzzles, to find secrets. Really cool vibes, a super chill chiptune soundtrack, and some puzzles that I think have been extremely fucking neat. Like it is very kind of brain bendy, and once you, I'm only probably 90 minutes into the game, but once you kind of tune into its frequency, you're going to be constantly rotating the world and everything. This feels like a game that would be incredibly annoying to watch someone else play. Because that you're going to be constantly like rotating and you're going to be looking at everything, and everyone else is going to be like, "Why you got to stop doing this? I'm going to throw up." Really cool game. I had my eye on this one for like a month or two. I saw its first trailer and got good reviews, and so I'm excited to play more of that and maybe make a video about it or something. We'll see. Boom. Anything else?
No, I was just gonna say that this reminds me of Super Paper Mario, which also had like that sort of 2D and 3D aesthetic, and like every time I got stuck in that game, it was because I would forget. Like, I don't know how they did it, but like that's the one gimmick in that game. But like they would make puzzles that would confound you, and the solution is always just fucking flip the world.
I had the exact same thing happen to me in this game today, and it was like I entered a thing that was, again, it felt kind of like the game has the equivalent of like Breath of the Wild shrines, where it's like an optional thing you could choose to go through a puzzle room, but if you do, you get something at the end of it, and it literally introduced the core mechanic of that puzzle. And then I walked 15 feet and I was like, I don't know what to do in this room. I'm like, it's the thing that they literally just told you about. Like, this is the bow and arrow place. Use your bow and arrow.
Right.
Yeah, incredibly dumb. Fun game.
Going back to our giraffe last week about my Viva Pinata thing.
Yeah.
So over the weekend, it was announced, first of all, that it's Viva Pinata's 20th anniversary, if you want to feel fucking old.
Mazel tov.
And second, they are like remastering the soundtrack of the game for a vinyl. out of nowhere.
Okay. So you think this is going to happen?
I don't know. My hope went from like to the bottom of my desk to like like halfway up.
It's the hope that kills you, Nick. I keep hoping they're going to do something with the anniversary of my favorite series, and they never do. Zelda and Persona this year. They announced the Sonic anniversary this year, which they said one of the things is an all-new narrative podcast. And I don't know what that means.
Great.
What does that mean? Hosted by Sonic?
The fastest podcast you've ever listened to.
It should be hosted by the lady who hosts Serial, like how she tried to get like Adnan out of jail. She should be like trying to solve the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog from a few years ago.
But if they remastered the soundtrack, what if that secret fourth announcement is like an upgraded version of Via Pinata for the Xbox Showcase next week?
It would count.
I would riot.
It would
piss
you
myself.
Would riot. You canceled Perfect Dark for this.
I'd be so disappointed.
That's funny as hell. Speaking of Xbox, for housekeeping stuff as we wrap up, next week on Thursday at noon Central, at the very least, Nick and I should be there watching the Xbox Showcase. Casey will be there if he can make it, obviously, if he can't with work. But yeah, so that'll be noon Central, the normal Dark Souls. Jack and Jess fuck around. They were gracious enough to give us that time, so we'll be doing the watch along next week. And remember, that's going to be Fable, that's going to be Forza Horizon 6, which is set in Japan, and it's going to be Beast of Reincarnation, the upcoming game by the Pokemon developers Game Freak. Very excited.
They know how to make graphics.
That is the most curious I am about a game this year. Is like literally, what is that game? It's probably gonna be bad. I'm glad I drafted it. Got nothing but winners on my shit squad. Casey, what do you got going on? What should folks know about coming from you?
Not too much. Just follow the socials, I guess. Sigma Gears 9. If I stream over there tomorrow with the wife, that's where I'll let you know. And Super Smash Sunday, I should be joined by El Cheshire this coming Sunday. So tune in for some new co-host shenanigans.
Very cool.
That should be a fun time. 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Second Wind channel.
To hear it. Nick, what do you got going on? You guys got Unpacked going on tomorrow. Yeah, you didn't say anything about it. Usually we touch on what your Unpacked is. I don't even know what your Unpacked is.
Well, I had a Star Rupture essay go out yesterday, thanks to KC for the editing on that. Mm-hmm. I talked about my new love of production lines. Weirdly,
are you just a big production line guy now?
Maybe. You know what? I did learn something though. I did learn another fan base that annoys me already is the Satisfactory.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, they're like, this game's just a ripoff of Satisfactory. Why aren't you just playing Satisfactory? I'm like, because I like to shoot aliens in the face.
People did the same thing at Jesse's. Jesse wrote about House of Necrosis, really enjoyed it, and is like, I recommend this, and everyone's like,
you can only enjoy the best.
You've never seen Mystery Dungeon? I'm like, let the person enjoy something, and then don't be a weirdo about it, and then maybe they'll get into the next thing. When you're a weirdo about it, no one's going to want to get into that thing.
Yeah. Now you've dissuaded me from playing Satisfactory.
Oh my god, he can't get no.
Just kidding. I'll probably go play it. But yeah, I've got Unpacked coming out tomorrow on Code Violet, that Dino Crisis game from Team Kill Media, which is a $50 not great game. Same developers of Quantum Error, and it's pretty clear at this point this development team kind of has a pattern of deceit about them, of like these really fancy looking trailers, and their games are nothing.
What's to write home about? Violent what?
Code Violet. It's literally like PlayStation's like promoting it like on their like top new games, and it's a mess. So
how do they manage this sort of stuff?
Is it fun?
It sounds like the kind of thing you would play.
I mean, yeah. What kind of bad is it? Fun bad? Bad?
Like Mind's Eye bad.
Was that fun bad for you? Or was that bad?
Where did this game come from? I don't know this game. How are there games I don't know?
I've been seeing advertising
like,
for
game
it.
Showcase, and yeah. Somehow they get away with showcasing these games in like PlayStation Showcase, Feature Game Showcase, and I'm like, dude, like,
how long do we think this game is?
Why? I think it's only like 4 or 5 hours.
My language.
Was this the same Was this the same game that like they were showing off like skins for the lady character before? Like,
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a joke in the video about that.
Okay. Like it's going for a certain audience.
Oh yeah, this is like 4 or 5 hours. All right, this is looking nice.
Yeah. This
this is looking nice.
This studio has a history of getting involved in like the social media controversy of the moment to help sell their games.
Was that Ariana Grande in that clip? Just
they somehow like got the rights to like any footage from Wicked that they weren't going to use in the movie.
Yeah, it's yeah. I'll let my Unpacked do the rest of the talking.
Right. Can't wait
so
for that.
that'll be out tomorrow.
Nice.
And then at some point we are bringing, as I noted in our quarterly update, game night. We're gonna have one tomorrow. I know Mikey is probably gonna like strangle me because I promised 2 weeks in a row that we'd play Supermarket Simulator, and then Yahtzee has to take our slot tomorrow. So I had to message him very apologetically, like, Mikey, I'm so sorry.
Fucking
I lied to you again.
You're like fucking Walmart coming in here, closing all the local grocery stores.
Yeah. So we will be doing a Supermarket Simulator game night at some point with a bunch of second winters.
Yeah. If you want practice, go to a local supermarket and just walk around. Do a thing where you
arrange their shelves.
Wait and go to someone's cart when they're not looking and either take one object from it or put one object in it. It's a fun little game.
I want a supermarket like the one in Pluribus.
That's a nightmare. You do not want that supermarket. Yeah. You don't want that supermarket at all. True nightmare. Cool. And then so tomorrow Nick, what Nick was getting to is that Yahtzee Tries is tomorrow instead of the game night stream. So Yahtzee Tries should be at the normal time but tomorrow, so that'll be 3 to 5 Central. Tune in for that. I'll probably be streaming afterwards, watch some anime on my personal channel if you want to hang out for that. Wrapping up Resi 6 over the weekend. Eric is also aside from wrapping up Unpacked, also finishing up a video, that video of mine of 20 games from 2025 that I loved that you might have missed. So look for that in the near future. Also, we'll have a video that we all participated in that Jess put together on our like most anticipated games of 2026. A lot of games. You know what's really funny? Watched it today. Each of us chose like 3 to 4 of those were 3 to 4 of our games that we got in the draft.
Yeah, I think all of my games.
Yeah, in all of mine that I chose. Yeah. So I guess you can think of that as an extension of the draft. It's like a little draft.
Yeah. I think only one of mine wasn't part of my draft.
Yeah, because I feel like you might have did 4, and I think you drafted 3 of them. Yeah, you should.
It's never safe to draft a multiplayer game.
No one knows what's going on.
Especially Call of Duty now, apparently.
Especially Call of Duty.
Damn.
True nightmare. Only negative points to the draft. Yeah, that'll do it for us. Thank you so much, everyone watching on YouTube, especially members of our Green Gang. Anyone who donated, appreciate y'all. Anyone listening on Spotify or your podcast services of choice, appreciate you also. For Eric, Nick, Casey, and Marty, this was Firelink episode number 95. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Thursdays/weeks, and we'll talk to y'all next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Peace.